What's up, music lovers? It's Jex once again, and I have another update for you guys. Got some vinyl, I got some CDs. That's right, I've been spending money that I shouldn't be spending, but no regrets though, because I just can't help it. It's just so hard not to spend when I find albums for such a good price. So yeah, I got a lot of goodies to show off today, and yeah, I'm off. I got the rest of the week off from school. I just finished exams, so I thought I'd take advantage and do a few videos all at once, and at the same time I want to take advantage of this background because my wife Rebecca and I were moving real soon, and we're kind of sad about it. We love this place, so I thought I'd just make as many videos as I can just because it's a great place. I've loved making videos in this apartment, so I'm gonna make as many as I can before we move in a few weeks. So yeah, before I get into the records and the CDs, I want to show off this gift that I got. A really awesome gift from my boss, Misty, actually. She was just thrift shopping and found this t-shirt she thought I might like. And as a matter of fact, I do. It's really cool. Here it is. Motley Crue. The Hollywood Bad Boys, established 1981. Really awesome t-shirt. This is from their 30th anniversary tour back in 2011. Yeah, a really cool t-shirt. She wasn't even sure if I liked Motley Crue, and as it turns out, I'm a big Motley Crue fan. So this is just awesome. It's an extra large, and I wear smalls, so it's a little big, but doesn't matter. I'll figure something out. I'm gonna hold on to it for sure because it's just too much of a cool t-shirt to pass up. So big thanks to Misty. That was really nice of you. And now let's just get into the records. Okay, first one. This is an album I've been wanting on record for a while. I've had the CD for years and years. Finally found myself a decent copy. Iggy and the Stooges, Raw Power, 1973. I love this album. Like I said, I've had it on CD for years, but I never found a good copy on vinyl. And this is the best one I found, and as you can see, it does have some wear and tear. It's a little rough around the edges. But the record is in decent shape, plays great, no skips or anything, so I'll hang on to this one for sure for the time being. And yeah, I'm a huge Iggy Pop fan. He has that new album out, Post Pop Depression, I think it's called, which I'm really looking forward to getting a copy of that one. But yeah, Raw Power. This is punk before punk was even a thing. You know, they're like, this is 1973. You know, it's just so like. It's raw. It's right there in the title, Raw Power. It was really raw for its time. And then, you know, the next year, the Ramones came out, and then punk just exploded. But that's the best way I could describe it. Punk before punk was the thing. Yeah, got that one at Livewire. And another Livewire purchase. There's actually a story behind this one. I'm looking through the records. I'm at Livewire. I'm looking through the records, and I see this. Flame, Queen of the Neighborhood. No idea what this was. In fact, when I first saw it, at first glance, I thought it was Fame. You know, the kids from Fame, that old 80s show. And then I realized, oh no, that's not what it is. And I didn't really know what it was, so I just kind of put it back. And then the next day, or maybe 2 years later, tops, I'm watching a video by Scott Waters. And, you know, he's talking about new pickups, you know, what's spinning. And then I see it on the shelf behind him. I see this, Flame. I'm like, what? Didn't I just see that at the store? So I leave Scott a comment. I'm like, Scott, what's that record behind you? And you know, and then he tells me that, oh, that's Flame. It's a female-fronted band from the '70s. It's rock and roll. It's by no means heavy metal, but it's just great rock, you know, bluesy rock. And the vocals are reminiscent to Janis Joplin, and that got me really curious. So the next chance I got, the next time I went to Livewire, I picked it up. And yeah, Scott he couldn't have been more right. This is awesome rock and roll. I really enjoyed it. And another thing he told me is that this is the band that Jimmy Crespo was in before Aerosmith snatched him up once Joe Perry left. So yeah, I thought that was super cool. I haven't done my research though, so I still don't know which one is Jimmy Crespo. I don't know what he looks like. I'm guessing it's this guy, but I don't know. Sorry. But yeah, amazing album, and we got a really cute female singer, so that's a plus. Yeah, Flame, Queen of the Neighborhood. So thank you, Scott, for that recommendation. Really awesome. Oh, the next one. An album I can't believe I didn't have already. It's by no means rare. I didn't have it yet. It was leaving a big hole in my collection, but I finally Finally got it. Here it is. Twisted Sister, Stay Hungry, 1984. I don't have to say much about this. You all know this album. It is classic. Yeah, happy to finally have found myself a copy. You got the hits, of course. We're Not Gonna Take It and I Wanna Rock, which personally, those are my least favorite songs on here, probably because they're just overplayed. You hear them on the radio all the time. And yeah, We're Not Gonna Take It has that weird Donald Trump association now, and I don't really know how I feel about that. But yeah, classic album. And a personal favorite for me on this one is The Price, actually, which is funny because when I was in my late teens, I picked up Big Hits and Nasty Cuts, the Twisted Sister compilation. And when The Price would come on, I would usually skip it. I was like, what's this slow song? But now that I'm older, wiser, more mature, I really enjoy that song. It's just so powerful, just so great. So yeah, The Price and Burn in Hell, Captain Howdy, SMF, The Beast. It's an amazing album. Twisted Sister, Stay Hungry. All right, and the next three, well, the final three records I have to show. I went to Spin It yesterday. I got store credit. If you've seen the video I posted yesterday, I was all excited and I showed off one of these. I was explaining how I went to Spin It, sold some stuff, got $55 store credit, and I picked up three records. I didn't use up the whole credit yet, but I picked up 3 records. I showed this one off. Power Play. This is a compilation from 1985 on FCA Records. So I showed this off in my last video. I was really excited about it. I hadn't listened to it at that point, but I popped it on, gave it a spin last night, and it is an awesome compilation. Obviously, Motorhead, Armored Saint, those are the highlights on here. They're amazing bands. Jeffria, is that? I had the hardest time saying this last time, but DJ Legion told me how to pronounce it. So if I understand correctly, it's Jeffria or Jeffria. Yeah, they were all right. A little slower, for my liking, but they were okay. And I think Stone Fury I really liked. But yeah, Power Play compilation. If you can find yourself a copy of this, definitely pick it up. It's well worth it. And it's a promo only, not for sale, which is a big plus. Yeah, Power Play. Love it. And another one I picked up while I was there, TT Quick, Medal of Honor. Actually, total coincidence. This is another Scott Waters recommendation. He did his top 50 of 1984 Hard and Heavy video lately with Trog. And they were talking about TT Quick. Not this album, though. I forget the album title they were talking about. But and I left a comment, and I was like, I never heard of TT Quick before. And then Scott told me a little more about them, and he said, if you find the album Medal of Honor, check it out. I think you'd like it. And he said it's pretty common on vinyl and CD. And I didn't think I'd find it right away because I was just looking through the metal section. I didn't really have it on my mind, and then it just showed up. I'm like, oh, cool. So I picked it up, and I had already checked it out when he told me about it. I went and checked it out on YouTube, and it's just awesome 80s metal. He was right. He knows my taste. I really enjoyed this. So TT Quick, Medal of Honor. And the last record I picked up, this one is kind of different than everything else. It's Jim Croce, Reflections. This is I'm pretty sure this is a compilation, the best of. I wasn't really familiar with Jim Croce until last fall. My buddy Alex from school, actually, when I met him, he's a Jim Croce fan. He told me about him, and then I kind of started looking up his songs, and I'm like, this is really good. I knew Bad Bad Leroy Brown, obviously, but then I discovered his other hits like Time in a Bottle, Operator, and so on. And I really like what I heard. I like this because for when I'm in the mood for something, lighter, milder, not as heavy, this is great. This is great ambiance music. And something else that's funny, when I first met Alex, he told me that apparently I look like Jim Croce. According to him, I don't really see it. My hair was a little longer and bushier at the time. I don't know. We both have brown eyes, I guess. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, so those are the records I've picked up in the last little while. Now on to the CDs. So the first CDs I want to show. They are by no means rare or uncommon. They're pretty common. But I just happened to not have them yet in my collection, so I thought I'd finally get them. Here we go, first one. Metallica, Kill 'Em All, the one that started it all. Yeah, I didn't have this, so I thought I'd pick it up. I've been wanting to get the Elektra releases, actually, which is what this is, because since I think 2012, if you go to the store to buy it new at HMV or something, it'll be the blackened recordings version, which is just a reissue from Metallica's actual company. But I don't know why. I prefer to have the Elektra releases, just because, you know, I know they were around back in the day, and it's just, they were enjoyed. So yeah, I finally had the Elektra releases of Kill 'Em all the way through the Black Album. So I'm pretty happy to finally have this one. Classic. Don't have to say much about it. Megadeth. So far, so good. So what? Another one I don't have to say much about. This is a very raw album, I find, as far as Megadeth goes. This one and their first one. Wow, I'm drawing a blank. Killing is my business, and business is good. Wow, I got a little tongue-tied there. Yeah, that first album and this one, which is their third album, I find really, the production is really raw, but it just makes the album so much more powerful. And yeah, absolutely love it. Another classic, Megadeth, Rust in Peace. I still didn't have this one. And these are all albums I've listened to over and over the years. I just didn't happen to have them on CD. And these, again, at Livewire, Marty got this big lot of metal CDs, so I thought I'd pick these up once and for all. And while I was there, I also picked up the best of Blue Oyster Cult, Don't Fear the Reaper. I love Blue Oyster Cult. I don't have much of theirs on in my collection. So, yeah, so I got this one. I try not to buy greatest hits compilations or best of, but again, I don't have much Blue Oyster Cult, so I thought I'd pick this up. I'll pick this up, you know, might as well. Obviously, Don't Fear the Reaper is on here, Godzilla, Burning for You is on here, isn't it? Somewhere. There it is, Burning for You. Yeah, and Take Me Away, which is a Blue Oyster Cult song I absolutely love. But one song that I wasn't familiar with that I really enjoyed is Cities on Flame with Rock and Roll, which is the opening track on here. Amazing song. Absolutely love it. Great classic rock right here. Got a couple of Value Village purchases here. All right. So I was just like, what is this? All right. David Lee Roth, Skyscraper. Had never heard this David Lee Roth album. Actually, when I was looking through the CDs at Value Village, I saw David Lee Roth, and I thought it was Eat 'Em and Smile, so I got really excited. But it turned out to be Skyscraper. I was like, oh, okay, I don't know this one, so I'll try it out. And I gotta be perfectly honest, I didn't care too much for this one. I gave it a few spins, and with every spin, I like it a little more, but it just didn't do it for me, which is odd, because, you know, you have David Lee Roth, which I think he's awesome, and you have Steve Vai on guitar, so you think it's going to be a rockin' album, but it's just the high production, and they added keyboards. I think that's what bothered me the most on this album. What the hell was that? That's what bothered me the most on this album, is that they add keyboards all over the place, and it turns it into like an 80s pop album. It's like a pop album disguised as a rock album, which I didn't really care for. But there are some good songs in here. Bottom Line is pretty good. I liked Damn Good, which is a slower song, and I think it's one of my favorites on here. And Hina, Hina, Hina. I thought that was a good song. Yeah, Skyscraper. Not David Lee Roth's best album. And with that one at Value Village, I got the very best of James Brown, which is kind of weird for me, but because James Brown is something I just never really, I don't go out of my way to listen to, but when I hear it, I always like it. It's catchy music. It's great. It's feel-good music. It's energetic. And but I just never bought any, so I found this, and I was like, oh, I'll get this. James Brown. Can't go wrong. Final two. I went back to spin it last night with my buddy Pla. And they have this rack. It's like bargain CDs, $2 a piece or 10 for 10. So I told Pla, "Well, let's both look, and if we can accumulate 10 together, we'll just kind of split it." So he said, "Sure." So he ended up getting 8. I didn't find that many. He got 8, I got 2. And this first one I found, total blind buy, didn't know anything about this, thought I'd give it a shot. It's the Buck Pets, and the album is called Mercurotones. And this is from 1990. Again, didn't know anything about these guys. But I thought I'd give it a shot, and I listened to it, and this is awesome. This is an awesome album. It's like alternative. It's it almost sounds like grunge, but it's more like pre-grunge. It's just alternative rock, and it's just amazing. I really enjoy it. If I can compare it to anyone, probably Sloan. From right here in Canada, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Sloan and another local band from right here in Moncton from the 90s called Eric's Trip. They reminded me of their sound quite a bit. And also maybe even the Spin Doctors, their album Pocket Full of Kryptonite. A few similarities there. So yeah, Buck Pets, if you guys find this one, definitely check it out. I was pleasantly surprised. I'm glad I just followed my gut and went with it. It's on Island Records, 1990. The last one, again, was $1, so I thought I'd give it a shot. It's White Lion, the best of. I'm not all that familiar with White Lion. I know the song Wait, which is the first song in here, and to be perfectly honest, I hate that song. I don't like it at all. But I was looking, and the second song is Radar Love. So that got me thinking. I'm like, is that a cover of the Golden Earring song? Because if it is, I really love that song, so I'd love to hear a cover of it. So I went with it. Don't really know anything else on here, but I thought, I'll give it a shot. I have nothing to lose for $1, right? Yeah, and they look pretty badass here in the studio. So yeah, those would be my record and CD pickups of the past little while. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Leave some comments. Let me know what you thought, and I always make it a point to respond as soon as I get a chance. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.